Here we go. I'll just do a little intro.
Yep.
This is
Graeme W.
Graeme W.
Smith, yeah.
From Graeme W. Smith. Yep. He's a watercolour fellow of Royal Queensland Arts, Brisbane.
Art Society, yep. And I'm a master pastelist with the Pastel Society of Australia.
Great. Yeah, some beautiful works here that Graeme's got. Just he's going to go through and give me a bit of a rundown on what's going on.
Yes, thanks, Luke. I've been going up to Wandai, which is near Kingaroy, 3 hours north of Brisbane, for the last 9 months.
Yeah.
And I do plein air studies in watercolours.
Right.
And I come back to the studio in Brisbane and create bigger paintings. And
yeah.
Just over the page is a metre wide oil painting done in the Wandai pub.
Wow.
Based on my original watercolour sketch. And then I did a plein air painting of the silos at Kingaroy, and that's the 90 by 60 oil painting of the silos at Kingaroy. And in the exhibition there's 57 works.
Right.
And these are some other studies I've done in Kingaroy area for the exhibition. And I've written about 100 articles for the Australian Artist magazine. I've been in there in the May issue and also the September issue.
Right.
And that's Chloe from the Young and Jackson Hotel in Melbourne.
Oh, right.
The famous Chloe painting.
Yeah,
that's a copy of it.
That's a copy.
In the Wandai Hotel, which you saw earlier.
Yeah, rightio.
So I went there and I wanted to do a painting of it, and I got this guy and another fellow to pose in front of it. I did this watercolour of it, and in the exhibition I will have an oil painting of these two guys posing like that.
Oh, yeah.
And it's my partner thought it mightn't have been a bit kosher because it's pointing to some nether region.
Sure.
And but
you know,
somebody saw it, and it's called "I Thought I Saw Her in Melbourne."
Right.
And this painting is a watercolour that was accepted in an international exhibition in Italy this year, which they only invited 24 artists from Australia to exhibit.
Really?
And
you got the opportunity to go in it?
I didn't go this year. That's a watercolour of an Art Deco mirror.
Right.
And last year, this painting was accepted to be in the exhibition, and I went to Italy last year and I spent a month over there doing 44 watercolours.
Wow. How's Italy in comparison to Australia? Did you enjoy it?
I've been twice.
Right.
It's become more expensive.
Yeah.
And there's definitely a lot more people from North Africa there working there, and I think the country's on the edge of being nearly bankrupt.
Really?
That was my impression.
Okay.
But I still enjoyed it, and everyone was friendly and happy there, and everyone was so helpful.
Yeah.
But what I did travelling around, before I went to Italy, I did little watercolours about A5 size, and anyone who was helping me to catch I was travelling solo, catching a ferry or train or whatever, I'd give them a little painting as a token of Australia, to say thanks for your help.
Oh, great.
Because, and while I was in the hotel at night time, there was nothing to do, so I did paintings of watercolours, watercolours of Australian scenes.
Of Australian scenes,
and because I couldn't understand the TV.
Yeah.
So everywhere I went, I gave them out. So, yeah.
Oh, that's great, Graeme.
And I've done a heap of work. I've done work for Government House in Brisbane. They commissioned me to do 6 paintings back in 2000.
Right.
I've been a full-time artist for 20 years.
Really? 20 years?
Yeah. And I've done that one there is of the Brisbane City Council traffic signal box.
Yes.
Carindale Creek Road. And I've also done a painting of Silver Steve, who's a human statue in Queen Street Mall.
Yeah, rightio, okay.
You would have seen him.
Yeah, I have seen him, yeah.
He's posted me down in his studio, or his home unit down the Gold Coast and in my studio.
Yeah.
And I entered the painting in the Archibald, but it got rejected. But then I entered in the $150,000 Doug Moran National Portrait Prize, and it was one of only 200 paintings accepted as a semi-finalist out of 1,200 works.
Wow.
Which I was chuffed with.
Yeah,
but to get the top 200, I was pretty happy about.
Oh, mate, that's a great accomplishment.
And back in 2015, I did a painting trip around Australia to the Kimberleys for the second time.
Right.
And while I was in Winton, or Middleton actually, near Winton, in the pub there, they were filming a movie called Goldstone with Jackie Weaver. And they bought 2 of my paintings for the movie, which you actually do see one of my oil paintings in the movie.
Really? That's great.
And that's actually the movie set out at Middleton Hotel.
Okay. I was just looking at the Wynnum West. I spent a lot of years there as a young child.
Whereabouts?
Wynnum West.
Wynnum West, yeah, that's where I live, yeah.
Oh, rightio, okay.
Yeah, my studio and galleries at Wynnum West.
Okay.
Yeah. And then 5 years ago I had this exhibition at Lockyer Valley, and that's some work from there. And paintings of Italy.
Yeah.
And I've written about 100 articles for the Australian Artist magazine over a 20-year period.
Right.
And I do tutorials for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, so that's a painting trip to Thailand,
Yeah.
and that's how I created that acrylic painting. That's the photo. That's the finished work.
Right. Oh, Graeme,
That's the various
you've
stages.
got some beautiful works there, mate. Seriously.
And that's in Thailand and Italy.
Stunning.
And I've done painting demonstrations at various venues for the last 20 years.
Yeah. And hey, have you, have you always been into art, Graeme, or is it just something that's just sort of come up
Well,
20 years ago?
I was very ill as a child. I had asthma.
Yeah.
So I was either reading or drawing. And my dad was a cartoonist, and I
Really?
got a watercolour of my grandfather done in the Sydney Rocks area in 1906, I think it is.
Right.
And because I had spent so much time in hospital,
Yeah.
I had to amuse myself. So
Yeah, right, you gotta
watercolour
find something to
painting
do,
was
yeah.
what I did.
Yeah, yeah, and it definitely helps, you know, to sort of take the mind
Painting
off
is
things,
good
doesn't it?
therapy.
Yeah, yeah,
And you can lose yourself for hours in a painting.
Yeah.
Oh, crikey. I
Yeah.
used to work full time, and I used to get up early and do an hour before I went to the office. I'd start at 7 o'clock. I'll do half an hour. Next thing I know, it's 8 o'clock.
It's 8 o'clock, you're late for work.
Go to work. So, yeah.
Oh,
But
great.
the most important thing with art or painting, I tell all my students, is to have fun.
Yeah,
The rest is fundamentals.
yeah, yeah.
And that's a pun, I know, but it really is. Once you learn the
definitely
basics,
works,
like
yeah.
riding a bike, you never forget.
Yeah, totally, yeah. Oh, Graeme, thanks for sharing that with me,
pleasure.
mate. Really appreciate that.
And my role is to inspire people to want to paint.
Well, you've definitely inspired me, mate, and with this, I hope we can inspire a lot more people as well.
Thank you very much, Luke.
Yeah,
Really
thanks very much, mate.
Really appreciate your time.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
stuff, yeah. Anyway, I'll continue on with this.
Sure. Okay, mate. Have a great day.
Yeah.